Okay, networking. What is networking? Any idea? What is network? What is network? Sharing of resources. Next. Huh? Integrated with one computer. Okay, so network means the group of computers connected together with a device, another device called network, right? So here, so one-to-one computer. For example, if you want to share files, resources to another system or another host, okay, so required one cable and NIC cards, network interface card on both the devices. Then only are Wi-Fi, right? Wi-Fi device, wireless LAN, VLAN, wireless LAN device also required. Have a both wireless LAN card, enable wireless. So then connect with router. Then you will get internet, right? So here only one-to-one. This is PC A, host A and host B. We want to share resources. Okay, so connect together with LAN cable, Ethernet cable, that is RJ45, right? RJ45 pin cable, twisted pair cable, using that. So one-to-one, is it okay? So if you want to share resources more than one computer, more than two computers, how? Is it possible to connect all the systems to this system? No, only one LAN port is available. Or in servers, more than two LAN cards available. Okay, so you have 100 systems. Those many LAN ports not available on single host machine. Okay, so here you need to buy one switch and connect all systems to switch. Here 8 port switch, 8 port, 16 port, 24 port, 32, like the 64 port switches available. So as per your requirement, your environment, okay, so connect all systems together. System to this one. Now connected successfully. So purchased one switch, installed and connected all systems using wire, twisted pair cable called LAN cable. Okay, so then now all systems are communicated, right? No, without IP address. Without IP address. Without IP address, systems are not communicated with each other. Any device. If you want to share resources from one device to another device, required IP address. That is called Internet Protocol address. Without Internet Protocol address, so each nodes or host machine not communicated with each other. First, we need to assign Internet Protocol address on each system on same IP series. Same IP series. Okay. So for example, IP address 192.168.1.0. We'll see. So what is IP address ranges? Okay. So for example, this is a network address. When you communicate 1.1, 2, 3, 4 like this, you need to add. This is network address. This is host address. Okay. You need to add IP addresses to all the systems. So when you ping from this system to one, you get a reply. When you access system 1 from system 5, you can able to access because allocated IP address. So without IP address, you can communicate with each other. So what is IP address? Internet Protocol address. Internet Protocol address, that is 32-bit. Internet Protocol IPv4, 32-bit address. 32-bit. Okay. So 32-bit address and denoted is dotted decimal notation. Decimals, zeros, like zeros and ones. Dotted decimal notation. Okay, 32-bit address. I'll show you that. And zeros, small alphabets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 1, 1, 2, 3, 8, 8, 8. Okay, 32-bit. So divided into 4 octets. Defined as 4 octets. In each octet is a 8-bit address. 8-bit. 3, 4 and 4. 4 and 4. 4. Right? 8 bits, right? 8 bits address. 32-bit. Total calculate 32-bit address divided into 4 octets. Clear? So in each octet 8 bits. So here 0 to 255 addresses. 0 to 255. 0 to 255. 0 to 255. So how to calculate this value? Yes, 2 power 0 from right side to 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. Like 2 power 7 means 8 bit, 8 bit, right side. So now calculate. So 2 power 0 means 1, 1 plus 2 power 2, 4. 2 cube means 8, like this. When you calculate, the total value is 256. So 0 to 255 means 256, like this. Okay, in each octet. Clear? So we'll see. So which octets are used for network address, which octets used for host address. That is depends on subnet mask value. Mask value. Okay, we'll see later. So this is IP address, notated like this, 32-bit address. Okay, so we need to assign IP address for each system or each device. Even though your mobile also get IP address from the network, then only your mobile will communicate with router. Okay, so even though have a Wi-Fi, right? Geo also will get the IP address from where? Yes, network. Satellite. అది దానికి ఒక IP address వస్తుంది. Clear? That is unique one. So unique IP address. IP address is uniquely assigned for each system. If you use the same IP address, for example, allocated 120 this one for one system, again the same address used for another system. Okay, so now both the IP address are same, right? So now both systems are disconnected from network. So when you send packet to system 2 is same address, system 5 also same address. When you send packet to system 2, okay, network will not communicated with the system 2 and system 5. It will confuse. So which one is the desired destination? So it's 2 or 5. Clear? So we need to allocate unique address for each node. Unique address. IP address is a unique one. You need to allocate unique. So then only you can access system from another system. Then only they can communicate. Clear? So what is unicast? So first, unicast, any idea? Unicast, multicast, unicast. What is unicast? One to one. Unicast means one-to-one communication. Unicast. One-to-one. One means one system to another system communication. Sharing resources from one system to another system. So multicast, group of systems. Specified group. Multicast. Unicast, everyone. You can share resources. Okay. So unicast, multicast, anycast. One-to-one. So one-to-one group. So group of people, group of systems connected together. Okay. If you want to share the same files or printers or hardware resources or storage resources for everyone, anycast, like this. Clear? Have a different, right? See, what is subnet mask? How to divide? So for example, IP addresses classes are there. I will show you that. So 0 to something. Where is that? folder. See, just note down this here. So 8 bits. So 00 means 0 to 54. Class A. So class A, class B and class C, D, E. So IP addresses range is divided for specific one. Okay. Class A IP addresses reserved for government organizational purpose. Class A. Okay. Class B reserved for medium companies. Mike. Okay. Next class C. Sorry. What are we? Okay. Class C is reserved for multicast. Small companies, and class D and E reserved for, this is for multicasting, this is for development, research and development purpose, reserved for research and development, class E. Okay, so what is class A, class B IP addresses? We will see the range. Just note down this. Where is it? Yeah. Class A IP address 1.0.0.1 to 126.255.255.254. So what is 255? See, IP address, first IP address. Okay, this one is 0, 0, 0. First network, from first network to 126, means 126. In first octet, 126 addresses reserved for government use, organizational purpose. Okay, so 127 range is reserved for loopback address for testing internal. So system itself will check the communication. When you, if you want to test any application, the internal server, okay, use the loopback address, that is local host 127.0.0.1. Okay, this is reserved for loopback purpose, internal connectivity. And 128 to 191, 128 to 191 series reserved for medium companies, class B IP address. 128 to 191. Clear? And class C 192 to 223. 192 to 223, class C. Class D 224 to 239. Class E 240 to 254. Class E 240 to 254. Clear? Got it? The IP address range. So here in each octet 0 to 256 addresses are there, right? So divided these 0 to 256 addresses into different classes. Got it? So different classes. So 126 class A. 127 is reserved for loopback, internal connectivity check. Okay. So 128 to 191 reserved for class divided. So 192 to 222, 223, 223 class C divided like this. 224 to 239 class D. So 240 to 254 class E. Okay. So 0 to 256 addresses segregated like this: class A, class B, class C, and class DE. Okay. Class A IP addresses used for organizational, like government offices. Okay, strictly. So used for that purpose. And class B for medium companies, and class C for small companies, and class D for multicasting, class E for research and development and future use. Okay, research and development and future use. Clear? Okay, so here 0 and what is 0 and 255? Not used in any class, right? 1 to 126, 127 is reserved for loopback internal connectivity, and 128 to 191 class B, 192 to 223 class C, 224 to 239 class D, 240 to 254. But what about 255 and 0? So 0 means it represents all networks, 0.0.0, all networks, any network, means any network, 255, 255, 255, means broadcast address. So broadcast address, okay, so it represents any network, 0.0.0.0, 255.255.255.255 represents broadcast address. Clear? So what is IP address? The internet protocol address. So 32-bit. Okay. So next it is divided into 4 octets, right? In each octet 8-bit. Okay. So IP address is a combination of network address and host address. IP address is a combination of network address and host address. So how many octets used for network? How many octets used for host? Host address means the client machines. Okay, so network means, so one network, number of devices connected together in a single network. Okay, one IP range, and how many systems are connected together, that is called host machines. So that is depends on mask value. Okay, so how many octets used for network, how many octets used for host is, that is depends on mask value. So here class full subnet, classless subnet, two different types of subnet masks are there. So mask value defined. So how many octets used for, sorry, so I'll show you that. Okay, for example, mask value 8, subnet mask value 8. Okay, so this first 8 octets reserved for network address. First 8 octets reserved for network address. If mask value is 8, okay, the remaining addresses for host, means you can connect 65 million, I mean billion or million hosts into single network, one network, first network. The remaining, these 3 are host addresses. In one network you can connect millions of systems. Okay, millions of systems into one network. So 1 to 126 networks. 1 to 126 network. In each network you can connect millions of systems. Clear? So like this, that is depends on mask value. So if mask value is 16, mask value is 16, subnet mask. Now 2 octets, these 2 octets used for network purpose, network addresses, network address. These 2 octets used for host. In each host, so now calculate the value. 2 power 7 means 2 power, yes, 2 power 16. Calculate those many hosts you can connect in each network. Okay, now calculate this value, this many networks you can configure. Clear? When you use mask value 16. Okay, so here 4 octets. See, if octet 24 is the mask value, class full subnet. So these are all class full subnet. Okay, so 8 octets, 16, 24, complete octets used, right? So 24 means these 3 octets, this one and this one, used for network address. Only 1 octet used for host address. So when you use, this is class C. This is class A. Class A full subnet, class B full subnet, class C full subnet. Clear? Class A, class B and class C. Clear? So class A full subnet is 8. Class B full subnet is 16. Class C full subnet is 24 for small organizations. For small organizations used. So class A means 1 to 126 class full addresses, right? So like this 1.0.0.0. When you reference like this means class A full subnet. Okay, in each network now you can configure millions of systems connected together, host missions. Okay, so next 126, right? 1 to 126.0.0.0, this one. Okay, so 128 to, this is one network 16, so up to 191, right? 0.0.0, like this. So 128 to 191 networks, you can use these two as a network address. Okay, these two for host address. This is for only network address. Clear? Network, host and host. Clear? Next 192. From 192 to 223, right? 223. 223.0.0 is class C full subnet. Okay, there is no subnet for class D and class E. That is for multicasting and research and development. Okay, clear? So used in small business for our local network, internal network. Okay, home purpose, home network or small organizations. Okay, so why we need to divide like this? You can use here also class A subnet, right? 192, right? 192.168.1.0, for example. Okay, sorry. So the first one 192.0.0.0, for example. Okay, so this is all networks, right? So when you configure like this, first network 10, first network 192 1.0.0, this is class full subnet, class C, right? So when you configure this as classless subnet, sorry, class A, ila kuda configure cheyochu 8 cheyochu. Now how many addresses used for network, how many octets used for host? Only this one, these 3 used for host. Okay, you can configure like that. But so when you configure 8 octets means what is the subnet mask value? If you specified mask value is 16, what is the subnet mask value? So when you specified the mask value is 24, what is the subnet mask value? 8 means 255.0.0.0. Subnet mask value is 8, then subnet address is 255.0.0.0. So means this is network, reserved for network. So remaining host addresses. So if 255.255.0.0, 16, mask value is 16, then subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. 255, 255, 255, 0, 24. You can easily identify, right? So have a IP address. When you configure IP address on your system, so you need to allocate IP address mask value, gateway, DNS. Then only your system will communicate with outside network, not in internal network. Internal network will communicate. If you want to access outside network resources like internet, then you need to configure IP address and gateway. Okay, DNS. So we'll see what is gateway and what is DNS. So got it? So how to specify a subnet mask value on your network like this? If you want to configure classful subnet 8, class A subnet, then use 255.0.0.0 in your subnet mask value. Then write like this. Then it takes divided as 8 bits. Okay, network will assume it. Okay, these 8 bits are used for network address. Okay, these 2 bits for network, these 3 bits for network. Clear? 8, 16, 24. We can also configure classless subnet. This is classful subnet. Classless means, for example, 8, 9. If you specify 9 here, what is 9 means? 9 bits used for what? Yes, 9 bits used for network address. 8 and 1 address from here. Clear? Like this. Okay. So when you specified 24, 25, if you specified, okay, yes. So from here, reserved for network. Then remaining for host addresses. Then how many hosts in each network it allows to connect? 2 power 6 means 64. 2 power 6 means 64. 120, 120, 128 or 128? 128 na? Yes, 128. 2 power 7 means 256 by 2. That's it, right? 2 power 0. 256 by 2 means 128, right? Okay. So only now you can connect system in single network 128 hosts only. 128 hosts like this. That is depends on mask value. If you want to divide a single network into sub networks, have a different have one organization in different departments are there. Okay, so if you configure for each department a separate network. Okay, so when you configure classful subnet, okay, for example, classful subnet. So your network address is 192.1.1.10. This is our network. Okay, this is my network, classful subnet. So means subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, right? My subnet mask. Okay. Now how many systems it allows to connect? 1 to 254, not 255. 255 is used for broadcast, 0 for all. It represents all hosts. So when you specify like this, in this network 192.1.1 network, all hosts, 0 means all hosts. Okay, clear? When you specify 0 in all networks and all hosts, every network it represents. Clear? Yeah.
192.1 to 254 is there, right? 192.1.1.0. 0 to 254 we can use. What about 1 and 1? 1 to 254 we can use here also after 192.
Yeah, no. This is divided like this, right? In first octet 0 to 256. These 256 addresses 1 to 120, 255, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
254. In this 1 to 254 addresses divided in like a classes. Okay. So
I got that one. That is not an issue. No, second 192.1 is there, right?
Yeah, here, yeah, you can configure different networks. 1 to 254 networks. 1 to 254 networks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Right.
Okay, so 254 systems it allows to connect. So when you have 4 departments, one is HR department, one is development, some network department, some departments are there, right? So when you want to configure different networks for different departments, because they don't want to communicate with each other, they don't want to share files, okay, each other, okay. So if you want to configure like that in your organization, so then how to configure that? Either use one network for A department. Again, you can choose 192.1.2.0, 254 for B department, 192.1.3 for 24 C department. Have a 3 departments, for example. Okay, in A department only 50 employees are there. Here 20. Here 10 employees are there, for example. Here, when you configure classful subnet, class C network on your internal, okay, how many IP addresses are wasted here? 250. From 254, how many IP addresses are wasted? 204 IP addresses are wasted. Here again you configure different network for different department. Again you configure different network for different department. Again you need to maintain 3 different routers for one network, one department, one. You need to configure 3 different routers for 3 departments. Again you need to purchase one router, 3 more routers, right? Now how to configure? So here 204 IP addresses are wasted. Here 234 IP addresses, 244 IP addresses are wasted. Okay, only 10 users, 20 and 50 are there. Now divide this single network into multiple subnetworks. Use same IP address series for different departments. Okay, okay. When you configure classless subnet, then we can divide a single network into multiple subnetworks. So 254 unnaiga, so you can divide like this. Classless. Classless means instead of 24, use 25 or 26. 25 or 26. That is depends on your requirement. Classless subnet mask. Classless subnet. So 250, 254 means 255, 250. What about 2 addresses? 2 power 7, 2 power 6, right? The remaining addresses are there. Now calculate what is 2 power 7 means? 250. 2 power 7 means 128 plus 64. So remaining values 64, right? Remaining is total 64, right? So only these addresses, 128 plus 64 to 192, right? So now the mask value is here 192. Clear? In the last octet, remaining 64 value. So what is that? Host. Now in each host, now you can connect 64 systems together, divided into 4 subnet, right? So here already classless subnet 26. So 24 bits you already reserved, and again use 2 bits from last octet from 8 bits 0 0 0 0 0 0. So these 2 bits used for network address again. So 24 plus 2, 26. These remaining addresses for host purpose. These are for network purpose. Okay, so when you specified mask value like this, even though IP addresses range are same, if you configured on all the systems, they can't communicate with each other because the subnet mask is divided. It allows to connect only 64 systems in each network. Okay, so here the same series, right? 192 168 dot, sorry, 168 and both 1 dot 1 dot, sorry, 1.10, right? Now from 1 to 64 for one network, use same subnet mask, okay. Next 65 to 128, right? Different network addresses. 129 to 129 to
254.
not 254 plus 16. 64 means 190, 192, 193 to 254, right? You can. So divided, right? 4 subnetworks. Now here connect 50 systems, even though wasted, not a problem, right? So instead of configuring like that, using the single router, with a single router, you are divided different subnetworks. The gateway is same IP address, but mask value is different. Okay, using the subnet mask, we can divide a single network into multiple subnetworks. Now connect. So even though IP address is like this, so class, let's see, sorry, clear? So in network 192.1.1.1 in A department configured. Okay, so in second department 192.1.1. What is that? 65. Okay, 65. Okay, next 192.1.1.129 C department. Okay, so here also one IP address is used for broadcast purpose from these IP addresses. 1 to 64, right? The 64 IP used for broadcast purpose in this network, broadcasting purpose. Okay, so this IP address is reserved for broadcast purpose. Clear? Got it? So 128 also reserved for broadcast purpose, and 192 also used for broadcast purpose in these subnetworks. Clear? The remaining addresses we can configure as a host addresses. Clear? So for example, in department A, allocated 1.2 address to one host system. In department B, allocated 66 IP address for one host. Here allocated 130 IP address for another host. So but all the systems are in the same series, right? Same network, but even though IP address are in same range, they can't communicate with each other because subnet mask will divide it, a single network into subnetworks. Clear? So depends on subnet mask value, we can divide a single network into multiple subnetworks. Okay, so if you want to configure so many networks, then use mask value like 16, 24. So if you want to connect huge systems, I mean millions of systems into single network, then use mask value 8. Okay, that is depends on mask value. So when you use mask value 8, only one octet used for network, remaining octets used for host addresses. 16, 2 octets used for networks, 2 octets used for hosts. Like this, that is depends on mask value. Clear? Any doubts? దీని మీద చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ మాస్క్. ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? network addresses. Yes. So how to calculate how many networks are connected? You can configure. So depends on 2 power 0 like this one, right? So from third octet 2 power 8 to 2 power 32. 2 power 32, calculate that value. Then these many networks you can configure in class C. Okay. In each network you can connect to 54 systems. Okay. Clear? Like this. 2 power 8 to 2 power 32. 32 or 31? 31. 0 to 31. 2 power 31, right? Total 30. So now calculate this value, and these many networks you can configure using class C. That is depends on mask value. But each network you can connect only 254 host systems. If you want to connect more than that, then use class B, subnet mask, full subnets. More than that, if you want to connect host systems, class A. Okay, I'll show you small document. Please note down that. So I'll give you this document. No worries. Okay. See, class A, number of network bits. Now network bits 8 means mask value 8. Okay. So how many bits are for host bits? 24 bits. 16 bits for network bits in class B. 16 bits host bits. 24 bits for network. 8 bits for hosts in class C. Clear? See, it determines which part of the IP address belongs to the network address and which part belongs to the host address. Who will decide? Subnet. Subnet. Clear? See, class A default subnet mask 255.0.0.0. Class B default subnet mask value 255.255.0.0. That is what we discussed, right? So 8 means mask value 255.0.0.0 default. 16 means 255.255.0.0 like this. Clear? See, 000 means all IPv4 addresses on local machine. 255, 255, 255, 255 broadcast address. Okay. So what is public IP address? What is private address? We'll see later. Clear? So private IP. So here have a private IP addresses in class A and class B and class C. Okay. Some range IP addresses reserved for public IP addresses and some IP addresses used for private. So in class A 1 to 126, right? In 1 to 126, 10 to 10.255.255.255 reserved for private IP addresses for internal purpose, for your organizational purpose. That IP series used for internal usage. Okay, remaining IP addresses are public IP addresses, publicly accessible addresses. These IP addresses for internal usage. Using this IP range, you can't access your system from outside network. Clear? 10.0.0.0. This series is reserved for private in class A. In class B, 172.16.0.0. This IP address series used for private, for internal communication. Okay. So the remaining IP addresses are public IP addresses. In class C, 192.168.0.0. This is used for private internal communication, local network within the organization or your home network or school network. Okay. So any network, internal purpose. So when you configure IP address range 192.168.0.0 range, okay. Now this is reserved for only private. Okay, remember this. Clear? So what is private and public? Public. Yes, public means everyone can access if they know the IP address. Okay, if you provided desired credentials for that for everyone can access, like websites. Hosting a website, so everyone can access, right? When you host a website on web server, if publicly allowed that websites to access everyone, then they can access. Okay, it is called publicly accessible address. Private for internal communication, only that IP address you will communicate in your internal systems. Clear? Public and private. So where is that? So I'll show you. See, unicast. A unicast communication originates from one computer and its destination for exactly another computer. Okay, multicast defined for a group of computers. Okay, anycast means so everyone. Okay, so networking. So using networking, process of connecting two or more computers for sharing what? Emails, files, documents, resources such as printers, internet, disk storage, we can share. Okay, with networking. Okay, so when you transfer a file, so what will happen? See, network may have thousands of computers connected via different communication links. So what are those communication signals? Radio signals, infrared rays, cables, fiber optical cable, electrical signal cable. That is also a communication network, right? Okay, see, including PCs, laptops, workstations, servers, smartphones, tablets, TVs, webcams, environmental devices. So interconnection, thousands of millions. So computer devices like this, so many devices, automobiles, security cameras, and many more devices. Okay, in networking, all these devices are known as a host or end system or end devices. So for example, this is a server system. So when you connect all systems to access some files shared here. Okay, now all these systems are host machines. Okay, end systems. We'll see that what is server and what is client machine. See, computer networks using communication links to connect each devices with each other, and communication links use different types of physical media such as coaxial cable, electrical cables, copper cable, fiber optical cables, and radio spectrum, and different type of transmission. You can, so మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, బ్రాడ్కాస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం, వీడియోస్ ఇంట్లో కూర్చొని టీవీ చూస్తున్నాం, hitting network, right? So streaming, video streaming, radio signals, phone calls, phones కూడా వస్తున్నాయి కదా మనకి, incoming calls, outgoing calls, connected, right? So internet, accessing some stuff, searching for links on your internet. So using these many types of network cables are there, coaxial cable, this one, like this. So when a computer sends data to another computer in network, what will happen? Em jarugutadi when you send? Okay, so when you send packet to one computer to another computer, so it initiates a session first it will initiate the session. So ela initiate chestadi tarajudam, I will show you the OSI layer model. Okay, so during this process both computers finalize the rules. So what are those rules? Such as speed of transmission and size of data file, security measurements of transmission, flow control, and etc. Okay, So next, these rules are called protocols. What is protocol? Is a set of rules. So what are those rules? That is depends on network usage when you send a packet or receiving. Okay. So you need to satisfy the rules. Then only one computer will communicate with another. Then only the destination computer will receive whatever the message you send. Okay. When the rules satisfied. Clear? Like this. So these rules are called protocols. Protocols control the entire data transmission through the network. Protocols defined in various network models such as TCP/IP. What is TCP/IP stack? Transport layer protocol. Transport layer protocol. Okay. TCP/IP. Clear? TCP protocol. Transmission control protocol. UDP. User datagram protocol. We will see. So what is that protocol? We are using that in OSI layer model. Okay. So during the transmission, sender computer breaks the data file into small pieces. So when you send a packet from host 1 to host 2, okay, host 2 system, one computer will divide the data into pieces. Okay. Then these pieces are called segments. Okay. So data file in small pieces, right? These pieces are called segments. Divided into pieces, those pieces are called segments. Next, each segment properly wrapped up with network information. It carries information, who is sender and who is receiver. That information it carries. Okay. The resulting segments are known as packets. Okay. First it will divide it as pieces. Those are called not segments. Yes, segments. That then each segment properly wrapped up with network information. Network information means when you send a packet, that user information, I mean IP address as well as the destination information it carries, and in the header in each packet, one header will be added in each packet. Okay, that information it carries. The resulting segments are called packets. Okay, packets are sent to the destination computer through the network, where they are reassembled into original data. Again, the same process. So when you send a packet, first OSI layer model is like this. So what is the OSI layer model? Application layer, then presentation layer, next session layer, next transport layer, next network layer, next data link layer, next physical layer. So when you send a packet from application layer, what is application layer example? Browsers, email clients, okay, protocols, HTTP, FTP, SMTP, IMAP, these are all application layer protocols. When you send a packet, okay, so we'll collect that information. Presentation layer will collect that information. So it decides what type of packet it is. I mean the data, so a JPEG file or PDF file or MP3s or the file format. Then it converts, encrypt as a system level, system understandable language. Okay, the network understandable language. Okay, encrypt and decrypt. It will decrypt again in the destination system. Okay, session layer. Session layer will initiate the session. Initiate the session between two computers. Okay, then transport layer. Transport layer will transport, means it carries that information to data link layer. I mean network layer. Okay, so IP address. Here IP addresses will be initialized in network layer. Okay, so here in header, when you send a packet, that information and its destination IP and sender IP and destination IP address will be added. Okay, so that is forwarded to data link layer. So here packets are in transport layer, packets are divided into segments. Here segments. So in network, ఎంగా డివైడ్ అవుతుంది సెగ్మెంట్స్ తర్వాత ప్యాకెట్స్ ప్యాకెట్స్ ఎక్కడ అవుతుంది సో డేటా లింక్ లేయర్కి వస్తుంది packets. So it carries, divided into segments, then it carries the information and then forwarded to data link layer. So here again the packets are, segments are converted as packets divided into, okay. So okay, next that information is forwarded to physical layer, physical connectivity, NIC card, right, physical layer. So Ethernet device, this device to another end, so host 2 and host 1, okay. So either connected together with cable or wireless, okay. So then the signal is transferred to this end, and again the same process will in reverse, physical layer to data link layer, data link layer to network, network to transport, transport to session, presentation, like this. Clear? So again presentation layer, it decompress, I mean encrypt and decrypt. So here encrypted, right? So system understandable language, the network understandable language, it will encrypt the data, whatever the data you forwarded. So again once received here, so again it will convert user readable format and forward it to application layer, okay. Application layer. So application layer examples, browsers, email clients, okay. Those are all. See, so requirements for networking, client computers, server computers, network interface card. Without NIC card, you can't communicate with one system to another system, okay. NIC is an interface that enables the computer to communicate over the network, okay. So communications link like physical media. So next, switches, routers, switches, routers required if you want to configure a network in your organization, okay. So benefits of networking, already we discussed it, to sharing files, resources, okay. Files are resources, and printers, okay, devices, okay. See, this is the OSI layer, like this. Application layer, sorry, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer, like this. When you send a packet, sending like this, application, application forwarded to presentation, presentation to session, session to transport, network, data, physical. Again, physical connectivity between one system to another system. Process in reverse order, okay. So receiving end. Clear? So OSI layer here. So OSI layer model, application, presentation, session, right? So what is application layer? Application layer provides platform to send or receive data over the network. All applications and utilities that communicate with network file in this layer. See, browsers, email clients, FTP clients, application layer protocols, SMTP, TFTP, DNS, DHCP, HTTP, FTP, SMTP. These are all the protocols, application layer protocols, okay. So using these protocols, we can send and receive something, okay. So using browser, accessing something, right, then request for something on browser, google.com, application layer, right, sending request and receiving. So when you, again you will get a web page. When you request for something to server, so it will forward the message, whatever the page you access it, right, you will get a desired web page. Again receiving same information, right, okay. So application layer examples, okay. In presentation layer, presentation layer prepares the data. It takes data from application layer and marks it with the format code such as, see, that is what we discussed, right. So if that file is a doc file or JPEG file, MP3 file, it will mark, okay. Then it converts incoming and outgoing data from clear text to encrypted text, clear text to encrypted format, and encrypted to clear text format. In receiving end, encrypted to clear text format. That is user understandable language. Okay, it converts. Session layer. Session layer establishes and manages the transmission session between two communicating nodes. It initiates the session between two nodes, one system to another system. Okay. Transport layer. This layer maintains the flow control of data and provides for error checking and recovery of data between the devices. Transport layer is responsible for maintaining the flow control of data. Okay. The most common example of transport layer is transmission control protocol, TCP protocol. So example, transport layer protocols, example, TCP, UDP, user datagram protocol. So TCP protocol is a connection oriented. UDP is a connectionless. Why? Connectionless. So when you send packets through TCP ports, okay, acknowledgement you will get. Okay, it will wait for the acknowledgement. Okay, so if successfully received, host system, and you will get a message successfully delivered message. If not received, you will get error message. It shows connection not failed. I mean a page not found or the connection failed. Connection takes too long time to receive connect something messages. When you send packets using user datagram protocol, it is don't care about that. Just it will receive and send to the destination. So it don't wait for the acknowledgement from host system, client machine. Okay, so if it is received or not, you don't care about that. Just it will send and forward to that host machine. Okay, connectionless and connection oriented. Okay, segments. See network layer next. This layer handles the routing of the data address. Network layer lo IP address. Okay, so IP address, the addresses messages and translate logical address and name to physical address. Physical address means what? MAC address. So every system, every device has unique MAC address, universally unique MAC address, media access control address. So how to identify a MAC address? I'll show you that using command. Okay, each device has a unique MAC address. So here configured one IP address for your system, right? Okay, so that information will be stored in ARP table. This IP address belongs to this MAC address system. Okay, when you send first in network, when you send a packet to another system, for this is system connected to switch, number of systems, right? Connected. Okay, connected, number of systems connected together and using host machine. Okay, so when you send a packet from host A to something F, E, D, C, B, for example, host A, host B, D, F, up to F, host machines are there. When you send a packet for first time, when you send a packet for first time in network from host A to host F, okay, newly established connection. So when you send a packet from the system, first it will search for all the devices. The IP address belongs to which host. Once it identifies, then it will collect that IP address as well as MAC address of that host, media access control, MAC address. Then it stores that information inside ARP in network layer. TCP/IP stack. Okay, network layer. What is ARP? Address resolution protocol. Address resolution protocol maintains the information. Okay, so of your host machines. So now from next time when you send a packet, it forwarded directly to that system because that information already it has in the ARP table. It contains in ARP table. Clear? So when you send packet, మొన్న కూడా వచ్చింది ఇలాగ. Okay, delete అయిపోయింది కదా అది. So okay, so when you send a packet from next time, so automatically packet will be directly delivered to the particular host machine, because so already that host information, IP address and its MAC address information stored in inside ARP table. So every system TCP/IP stack is there, TCP/IP stack. So this system also, every mission it contains. Okay, clear? So ARP table, address resolution protocol, that is MAC address. Not clear? Clear? Like this. Data will be divided into packets or datagrams, and layer 3 devices are routers. So layer 3, this is the layer 3 devices are, example is routers. IP address, who will generate? Routers, layer 3 devices. So inside every router, one DHCP protocol will be there. The DHCP protocol will generate IP addresses dynamically, whatever the range you specified. Clear? See, next, data link layer. The data link layer formats the message into a data frames. Data link layer formats the data into frames, data frames, and adds a header containing the hardware destination and source address to it, complete information. And this header is responsible for finding the next destination device on a local network. This layer is responsible for finding the next device on the local network. So layer 3 is responsible for finding the path to the destination, but it does not care about who will be the receiver. Layer 3 is not responsible for. Okay, so who will be the receiver, and layer 2 has that helps data to reach the next destination. Layer 2 is what? Data link layer, not application layer. Application layer is the last layer. First layer is physical layer, second layer is data link layer, third layer is network layer. Okay, clear? See, two sub layers like MAC address. Okay, so IP addresses, I will give you this document, just okay, read and understand. Okay, so what is IP address, and now how to set up IP addresses in Linux machine. So we'll see. Take a break, 5 minutes, we'll see. So how to configure IP address in Linux. Alana, continue. Okay, so once at the time of installation, we can also enable the network device. First we need to start without network service, the package network-manager. Okay, so you can't control using commands the network devices. So when you install operating system, by default how many NIC cards are there on your server, so those many network devices enabled. Okay, for example, only one network device is available. Okay, it will allocate one name for that network device. Okay, at the time of installation, when you start installation, you will get a screen, right? So host name, network name, select the installation path, create partitions. At the time of installation, in host name and network, click on that enable. So when you on the network device, by default at boot time, service will be started and your device will be enabled. If not enabled at boot time, so how to enable a network device, how to identify a network device name? Okay, not ping. Okay, I have a command ifconfig. Using ifconfig, we can view the available network devices enabled network devices. Network devices if config. See, what is LO? Loop back interface, internal communication. So server itself will communicate. So if you want to test something internally itself, then use loop back address 127.0.0.1. So when you execute, access this 127.0.0.1 on your browser. So if you configure web server, you'll get a default web page. Web server default page. Locally, it is communicating. Okay, there is no network to access system from outside. If you want to test the application on internal system itself, then use local IP address, that is loop back address. The device name is LO. Okay, so address is INET, means internet address, that is IP address. Loop back IP address is what? 127.0.0.1. What is the net mask? What is the net mask? Subnet mask. Net mask means subnet mask. Okay, 250 class A full subnet. See, 255.0.0.0. Clear? So we'll see what is RX packet. This is TX. We'll see later. Okay, so like this. This is loopback device name. And what about our device? I have two Ethernet devices, two NIC cards enabled here. One is ENP0S3 and one is ENP0S8. The device names, Ethernet device names. Here, ENP0. What is the IP address for ENP0S3? 10.0.2.15. Mask value, net mask 255.255.255. Means what is this? Class C full subnet, right? 224 mask value, right? This is broadcast address. 255 is the broadcast address. Clear? Like this. So here IP address range is 192.168.56.105. Why allocated here different series? Here different series. So here enabled two different router connections. You connected. So one link is connected to one router and one device is connected to another router. So this router is generating IP addresses in this range 192.168.56 range. So this IP address is generated, router 10.0.2.0 range. Okay, so clear? If I have a two NIC cards, that is called two Ethernet devices. Okay, so one is for public network, one is for local network. So if you want to communicate for internal purpose, then configure IP address on one device, local IP address, and connect that system to your switch. So if you want to access the same server from outside network, then connect that link to directly on your another port. Then set up the IP address. So ISP provider will provide IP address, net mask value, gateway, and DNS. Then configure that DNS on your another NIC card. Now using that IP address, we can access our server from outside network, internally and outside, both. Okay, how to set up IP address, public IP address, or dynamic IP address, or static IP address? We'll see now. So you got it? Like this, it shows the device name, if config, or one more command also is there, IP -A space A. It shows the same information, IP space A. It shows the addresses, loopback interface, ENP0S3 interface, ENP0S8. The second device like this. To have a more devices, it shows enabled devices, active devices. Clear? Okay, got it? So if config or IP space A, it shows. So where the device is configured and what is the configuration file located under which directory? So every device, every service on configuration file will be created, right? So what is the default location for configuration file? /etc directory, right? So vi cd change directory etc config. System configuration. So in system configuration, network -script directory, okay, and ls. See all the devices information. Every device have its own script file and configuration file. cd space /etc/sysconfig/network-script. This is the Ethernet device configuration file location path. So inside here, see if CFG. What is if CFG means? Interface configuration. Interface. What is that information? Ethernet device. Interface. Hyphen the device name. Interface configuration. ENP0S8. LO. Loopback. Clear? So these are all the scripts. We can control using this script our devices. If you want to up, down, Ethernet device link. So using some commands, we can up and down. Okay. We can also remove. We can also set up IP address using commands graphically and command line both ways. So okay. So now go to that configuration file. How to edit a file? VI editor, using VI editor or VIM, right? So if CFG ENP0S3, see what is the type? Ethernet. The device type is Ethernet device. Boot proto. What is boot proto? Protocol. DHCP. So DHCP protocol. Using DHCP protocol. This interface is using DHCP protocol. So getting IP address from bootstrap protocol. Okay. Who will provide the IP address? DHCP. Getting IP address from dynamically from DHCP server. So here dynamic IP address configured. That is DHCP is enabled. DHCP enabled. Boot protocol equal to DHCP. Server is connected to DHCP server and collected IP address from that, not statically configured here. Okay. See, I'll show you how to configure static IP address also. Okay. Next, IPv4 address and IPv6 address information and that device unique ID, UUID. Okay. And the device name. On boot yes. What is on boot yes? On boot yes means at boot time. When you start power on the system, automatically service will be started, network service, and device also enabled by default. If on boot is equal to no, again you need to enable manually. Okay, if specified on boot equal to yes, automatically device will be on and it collects IP address from DHCP server by default. If not enabled, we need to enable that. So come to this configuration file. So here on boot equal to yes, right? That's it. So how to enable device? Go to the configuration file ENP0S3 or ENP0S8. So instead of on boot no, remove no, place yes. Type. That's it. Save and quit. Okay. How to enable? This is one method to enable permanently on boot our device, right? WQ. Got it? So IP address getting dynamically, not static IP address. Clear? This is script file for Ethernet device. The location you need to remember /etc sysconfig network-scripts, the device name. See the device ST8. See here also getting IP address from DHCP. Clear? Okay. Same. Now how to set up and how to configure static IP address. So dynamic means enable protocol DHCP. That's it. So how to enable and how to configure IP address using tools. Have a command nmtuy. nmtuy. Network Manager Utility. Okay. See nmtuy. Edit the connection default. Enter. You will get a screen like this. Then select the device. So IP address you want to add, right? So on which device? Ethernet device 3 or Ethernet device 8, ENP0. So here I am selecting Ethernet device S8. See, you will get a name. So you can also modify the profile name. ENP0 S8 it shows, right? You can also specify ETH1, ETH0. In 6, it shows the device name by default ETH0. In 7, it shows ENP0 S3, right? Default first NIC card. In RHEL6, it shows ETH0. What is ETH means? Ethernet device 0, first device. ETH device 1, ETH1, ETH2. Like this, you have a more than one Ethernet device on your server, and it shows. Okay, so you can also modify. So this is, what is this? Device and show Ethernet clone MAC address MTU. I'll tell you what is MTU. Okay, maximum transfer unit. I'll show you that. I will tell you what it is. Okay, so automatic configuration. So if you want to enable DHCP, so get the IP address from available DHCP server, then IPv4 configuration is automatic. Okay, automatically it will communicate with DHCP server, will collect IP address from that server. Okay, so if you want to configure manually, so show IP address, see, automatic to manual, and add address 192.168.2. So what is that? 56, right? 56 dot or 108, or you can specify different series. If you have a series, in a series 2.20, here I am specifying. Next, gateway. So what is the gateway? Gateway. I have two different networks. One is network A and one is network B. Okay. So in network A, 50 host systems are there. In network B, 20 host systems are there. So if you want to share something from host A to host B, they can't communicate directly. Okay, because host A is in different series of IP address, host B in different series of IP addresses. Like one guy knows English, another guy knows only Hindi. They can't communicate because he don't know English, he don't know Hindi. Okay, so who knows both the languages? So here router will communicate so both the networks. So router acts like a gateway. Okay, so when you send a packet from network A to network B, it will translate that packet. Root. So using gateway from one network to another network, who is acting like a gateway? Router. So that address you need to add if you have IP address. Huh? Yeah, the root address is nothing but a gateway. Gateway addresses or router address are same. Clear? So here specify. You have a router address. Here I am specifying. For example, my gateway address is 2.1. Okay. So DNS server. What is DNS? Domain name service. We will see in the DNS server class what is DNS. And when you configure DNS, then only you will get internet connectivity. Internet. Okay. If there is no name server, you can't communicate with outside network, internet. Clear? So that is. That's it. See, never use this network for default route. When you specify this, okay, when you send a packet through this network, okay, what is the default gateway here? 2.1. When you enable this, then even though if you send packet from this system to another system, so that packet will not travel through this gateway. If you have a different gateway, then specify that gateway. Then that packet will be traveled through that network, different network. Okay. So IPv6, leave it that. Okay. So no need to configure. If you want to disable that. Okay. Okay. Clear? And quit. That's it. Right. Now after done this step, we need to restart the network service. Okay, after done this step. Clear? So how to restart network service? Okay, network manager service. Have a command systemctl restart network. The network name is, service name is network. Systemctl restart network, execute. So disabled and enabled, right? Clear. Now execute command if config. So enp0s8, it shows that particular device information. Modified, right? IP address. So here I am specified only the particular device. Now if config command shows that particular device information. If you want all device information, no need to specify any device information there. Name. So here specify enp0. So modified, right? 2.20 like this. Clear? Like this. So if you want to add net mask, add net mask. Okay, here I'm not added any net mask value, just configured IP address. Clear? So like this. So how to add a static IP address? Now go to the configuration file again. vim/etc sysconfig network-scripts if cfg, right? enp0s3 no, s3 or s4, s8, right? Now see boot proto. What is boot proto? None. Now configure the static IP address. Here I am not collecting IP address from dynamically from DHCP server, not dynamically collecting from DHCP server. Here I am using my own IP address, allocated that IP address statically. See, we need to either use the tool NMTUI or directly come to this configuration file, write a parameter like this, IP addr equal to, you can also write, use that parameter IP addr equal to whatever the IP address you want to add, then gateway equal to netmask equal to, okay. Sorry. చూద్దాం మరి నెట్ మాస్క్ సబ్నెట్ మాస్క్ 255.255.255.0. Here I am specifying. Okay, see the default gateway also added by default. So now this is the static IP address, not the dynamic IP address. Okay, so have two methods to add static IP address. One is configuration file, one is tool NMTUI, and one more tool also is there, NMCLI command line. I'll show you that how to add IP address. Okay, WQ. Okay, again restart the service. So already executed the same command previous, no need to execute once again. So what it means? History command, right? So history command, history maintains the previously executed commands history. So if you want to execute the same, if you want to repeat the same step, okay, just now specify bank symbol sys systemctl restart network. The same command will be executed. Repeat. It repeats the same step, previously executed line. See, now check the if config. This can also, you can if not modified. If means if config enp0s8. The same, not modified. Modify alladu. We'll see that. Okay, like this. If you want to execute command, history of command, use that. Clear? So one is configuration file, one is tool to configure static IP address. Now how to enable dynamic IP address? Again, go to this configuration file or NMTUI. Execute this command, edit connection, select the device, and come to here select automatic. Okay, then remove this. So here specify the value 24. When you specify 24, you will get a, so no need to add sorry, manual. See here specified, right? The range. What is 24 means? Mask value 255.255.255. I'll show you that once again. Okay. Quit. Now execute this. Restart the network service. Systemctl. Restart network service. Now execute. Modified, right? Mask value. Okay. How to specify a mask value? /16, /8, /24. So when you specify a mask value, 24 means what? 24 bits. 24 bits means a network address 255.255.255. That is a net mask value. Now these three octets used for network address. What is the last 0? That is for host address. Clear? See, once again I will show you just to see. Remember this. So come to here, select manual. Okay, if you want to configure static, then specify here. When you specified here 16, okay, so 255.0.0, 2 octets for network, 2 octets for host address. Clear? Like this. Restart, same thing. Steps. Modified, right? Mask value. Okay, so very simple, right? So who will provide this IP addresses? Your network team will provide. Okay, network team will provide. So these are the IP addresses given to you. Add this IP address to your server. They will provide. So gateway address, mask value, and internet IP address. IP address, DNS server. Internal DNS and external both. Primary DNS server, secondary DNS server. Okay, we'll see what is primary DNS and secondary DNS in DNS server class. Clear? So like this, how to allocate IP address dynamically and statically. So dynamic aithe NMTUI same. So remove that. ఎందుకు చూపిస్తాను ఎన్నిసార్లు ఒకసారి గుర్తు పెట్టుకోవాలని. That's it. Remove this. That's it. Now see the result. So restart the service. Every time you need to restart the service after done some changes. Okay. Same IP address 105.56 series. Before it 2.20. Now IP address is 56.105 because the dynamic IP address DHCP server configured in 192.168.56.0 series for 24, right? So that's why generated IP address from that series. Clear? If config. So if you want to see the individual device information, if config, device name. If you want to see all devices information, just execute if config. Okay. So if you want to read at a time all the device information, more. What is more? You can read from first line. You can read the same information from first line. So without more, it shows first end. So again, you need to scroll up. Okay. So when you execute like this, first it shows first line. So ENP0, ENP. Like if you want to read next page, space bar. Okay, like this. Or less also, use less. Clear? Next, how to enable and how to disable these devices. How to enable and how to disable ENP0S3 and these devices. So have a command if up ENP0S3 if the device is in disabled state. So how to enable if of ENP0S3? Okay. So if you want to down, so if down, see, if down, see, device ENP0S3 successfully disconnected. If you want to disconnect S3 device, if down, the enable, if up. Now check the IP address. If config ENP0S3. See, there is no address. So what is this Ethernet address? Ethernet. What is this? MAC address. Media access control. This Ethernet address means your device, Ethernet device address. MAC address. Unique address. Universally it is unique address for each device. Here, see, there is no IP address because the device is disabled, disconnected from network. Okay. Now enable if up. Connection successfully activated. Now check. You get IP address. Clear? If up, if down. Right? So how to set up IP address? Got it? Or you can also down if config up or down you can use. Okay, config down. Okay, sorry, ENP0 S3 down. Okay, disabled. If you want to enable up, so many methods are there. Now execute. See, activated, right? If up or if config device name up, if config device name down, or if down or if up the device name. We can activate, we can disconnect. Clear? Like this. So I have some different commands. I'll show you that. Not this. Where is my pen drive? So nmap, netstat. We'll see tomorrow netstat, nmap, and I'll give you about the picture about IP command. So how to configure IP address. So IP address. How to add our parameters. Where is that pen drive? Not this network, RHL7, not firewall. Yes. See, note down this sysconfig already. Okay. So already we discussed, right? Network icon scripts. This one. So note down this. So set up network address. I mean host name. How to set up a permanent host name? So vi /etc sysconfig network. So this is configuration file. If you want to set permanent host name in 6, not in 7. In 7, we have a different configuration file. Okay. In 6, what is the configuration file location? /etc sysconfig /network. If you want to set permanent host name in 6, RHEL6. Okay. In 7, /etc host name. So here, if you want to modify host name, then specify here. Now here I am giving name for this. Okay. So web server modified, right? Escape, save. Only one name you need to specify here. Don't specify multiple names. Clear? Now, so what is the server name here? Server 3, right? Exit from the terminal and reopen. It's automatically modified, right? Web server. See, host name modified, changed from server 3 to web server. Permanent. So have a command host name. Host name. So check your system host name. Host name command. And if you want to set host name for temporary, okay. So host name space name. Okay, when you set host name, this name not will be added inside host name configuration file, not be added. So that is for temporary purpose. Okay, so when you restart the system, automatically that default host name will be selected. Clear? Host name and host name. So DB server when you set up. So see, execute. Now execute host name. It shows the DB server. Even though name is in configuration file webserver.example.com, it shows the temporarily allocated this name for the system. Temporary. Okay. To manage the system host name CTL host name control command is there in 7. See, host name CTL command shows system static host name. What is the static host name? Webserver.example.com. What is transient host name? DB server. Clear? Temporary host name, transient host name, DB server. Okay, and operating system version, kernel version, architecture, everything it shows. Clear? Complete information, right? So host name CTL we can control. So that clear? So in 7, NMTUI is the command to configure network services. So enabling devices and setting dynamic IP address or static IP address. In 6, what is the command? Setup is the command. Setup. Iva work avudadi. So system services. This is different purpose. See here, enabled network. That's it. In 6, you will get a window. That's it. So you will get a window like this. Then select the network configuration. So install RSCL 6. I'll give you the ISO image. Okay. Follow the steps and install. Then execute the command setup. So you will get a window. Then there you need to select network configuration. So when you select network configuration, you will get the same Ethernet device name. Okay. Dynamically. Allocate automatically, obtain automatically. Then gateway, subnet mask, IP address, DNS1, DNS2. Okay, type whatever the IP address information you have. Clear? Get disabled, Linux is disabled like this. Clear? So network. So note down these two /etc/protocol. It gives complete information about all protocols and its IP addresses. Okay. /etc/protocol /etc/services. Now execute /etc/protocols. Using less. See, It shows complete protocol list information. Okay. What is the protocol address? So what is protocol name means? 80 ISP IPC TTP protocols information and services. When you execute services plus C. So what is services? Every service, it has one port number. So we'll see what is port number later. Okay. So TCP and UDP port number for every service. Web server, mail servers, FTP servers, SSH, utilizes a required port number, that is static port number, permanently allocated for that particular service. When you send and receive information from using specific protocol, then data will be transferred and received only that specific protocol, desired protocol to the service, HTTP server. So when request for something from browser, that request goes to 80 port. So that is a default port. Okay. So again, it takes request from your client, right? Server again will respond, server, and forwarded the desired information through that port only, sending and receiving. Okay. So using protocols. So different protocols for, different port numbers. Different protocols, different port numbers allocated for that. So that information inside this. For FTP 21, SSH 22. Okay. You get all the information in server class. Okay. In services. Note down these two. Next. See, if you want to write, so manually, static IP address, you need to specify device netmask equal to gateway equal to onboot equal to yes, boot pro, like this. These are the parameters. If you want to specify hardware address, then specify like this. Okay, I will forward this document. Just listen. Okay, clear? To view network interfaces, already executed ifconfig command for specific device. Ifconfig the device name, here ETH0 in 6. The device name by default it shows ETH0, ETH1, ETH2 like this. In 7, ENP0, S3, ENP0, S8 like that. Okay. So how to enable? Already executed this. Ifconfig ETH0, the device name, up, if up or if down. So assign IP address, just simply. So how to assign a IP address to network interface? So network interface card, what is that? ENP0S3. If you want to allocate using ifconfig command. So ifconfig, the device name, then IP address. Okay, if you want to add netmask, use the netmask parameter. Netmask will be modified. Okay, so assign a broadcast address. Broadcast is a parameter, command, device name, and which address you want to add, broadcast address, netmask address, or gateway, or IP address. For IP address, no need to specify any parameter name. Okay, for gateway, then specify gateway here. Okay, like this. So what is MTU? Maximum transfer unit. What is maximum transfer unit? Sending and receiving the packet. So you have a gigabyte Ethernet card. So you can receive and send packets very fast. So if you want to limit the transfer rate, sending and receiving transfer rate, then set the MTU value. Set the MTU value for that particular Ethernet network interface, not for all interfaces. Okay, I have a gigabyte speed. Okay, when you send and receive packets through that network interface, we can limit that maximum transfer unit using this value MTU. Ifconfig ETH0 MTU value, then so when you send and receive packets through this network interface, then packets will be received with this speed. Okay, sending will be the same speed. Clear? So if you want to change MAC address, HW, Ethernet address, then specify. Clear? So this is static IP address, same go to this configuration file, then add. So how to start and how to restart service in RHEL 6. 7. systemctl is the command to start and restart. And check the status also. How to check the status? Very important. You need to remember systemctl status network. It shows network service is in active state, activated, right? Shows the status. If you want to restart, restart. Restart. If you want to start, start. If you want to stop the service, stop. Note down these points, okay? Systemctl, start or stop or status or restart, okay? The name, service name. Instead of network service name, you can specify FTP service name, web server service name, MySQL service name, database service name. Okay? So instead of here, only restarting and starting network service. So if you want to configure web server, install web server packages, then start the service first. So how to start the service? Systemctl, start, and network service name, HTTPD. Service will be started. If you want to stop the service, stop service name. Same command. Instead of service name, replace with whatever the service you configured, want to configure on your Linux server. Okay? Same commands will be repeated in servers. Clear? So in 6, in 7, systemctl is the command to start, restart, stop, like this. So in 6, service, command name service, then service name, which service you want to start and stop, then start, restart, stop. I'll type in RHEL 6. See, service is the command, service, network. For example, network start in RHEL 6. Separate రాసుకోండి, important. మీరు 3-4 years experience పెడుతున్నాడు, 6 ఎక్కుతుంది వాళ్ళు. You need to learn. Service, network, start. Restart, the same thing, restart. Stop, STOP, stop. Check the status, status. Okay, just note down that. This is the command. Clear? How to enable network service at boot time. How to enable network service at boot time. So how to enable in 6, RHEL 6, chk config network on. In 7 also. In 7 also, to on the network service at boot time. To on the service at boot time. chk config service name network on. If you want to off the service, instead of on, specify off. In both 6 and 7, same command, OFF, off, on or off. Clear? Like all the services, but in all service except network service, in 7 command is different to enable. Command is different to enable or disable, except this network service. So if you want to enable network service in 7, same command, chk config network on. So in 6 also same command, to enable network service at boot time. To stop boot network time, off. Instead of on, space off. Clear? So this is how to enable and how to disable. So how to enable Ethernet device? If up, if down, right? So how to enable network service at boot time? chk config network name, network on. You need to remember the difference. That is Ethernet network interface. This is service. Without network service, you can't configure. You cannot configure Ethernet devices. Services stop alone. Okay. So very first step you need to remember after installation. First we need to do enable the network service. First we need to execute the command. Very first command after installation. First we need to add our system into network. Very first basic step after installation, successful installation. First we need to execute the command, network service command. First enable the network service at boot time, then start the service or restart the service. Then configure IP address. After done these changes, then hardening, security hardening. I'll tell you what is security hardening. Okay, clear? Tomorrow we'll continue the same class. We have few more commands. NMCLI, how to configure IP address from command line. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Thank
Sure.
you.
Sure.